Okay, I can tell you a story about how we went to what was that movie called? That party? What was it like? Project X? Right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good story. Project X story. I'll tell. So right, we go. I think it was the phrase that was coined for the party name was Party Y. Or
yeah. I got a story now.
I was there for that party.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And so we're at the party. First, we meet the owner of the house. Or the son of the owner of the house. Well, he's a fucking prick immediately.
Yeah.
What you guys here to like drink or like, why are you guys so ugly? And, like, he was just like such a douche, right? I was like, alright, what the fuck? You Parker, I beat the fuck out of you with this banana. I was like, we're trying to party. Like, what do you want from us? So we park or whatever. And we're at the party and it is a bunch of Christian Brothers Academy, that school or whatever.
Yeah.
A bunch of those guys are not like, cool
pricks.
people.
Yeah, no. They're uptight. It's
funny because they're rich and they're so shitty with their alcohol. Me and Colin go up to steal. Colin's in front of me, right? All right, I'm about 5'7", 5'8" in the biggest heels you have. Colin would probably be about 6 feet tall, 5'11", 6 feet, right?
Yeah.
This guy, we're opening up because we're so desperate for drinks, and usually you can do that at a party. You can open a thing, and a guy's like, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We open up this cooler. This guy was at least 8'4". He's like, he came out of like the fucking wood. And I looked at him and I was like, oh no. I was like, if Colin starts getting eaten, this guy would eat him. Like, he would put him on a grill and fucking eat him. I was like, there's nothing I can do. I was like, oh, this guy was scary. I was nervous. I was like, no. We're both kind of like, oh man, we didn't know. The guy's like, alright. Picks up the cooler with one pinky. This cooler is like probably 200 pounds. It's full of alcohol, so it's probably roughly like 100 pounds, I'd say. Picks up with his pinky, trots back off to being a fucking giant. And so we're like, that was a close one. And there happened to be like a makeshift water slide. So we're watching the water slide, right? This is like in between like 2 hours of not drinking, going up to that guy, and then just like wishing we had drinks, right? So we go to the water slide, right? All of a sudden, the son that we met, who was a douche previously, comes into the backyard, bloody, bleeding everywhere, and goes, everyone get the fuck out of my party! Party's over! Leave it! Scram! Kazoozle! Get! Go! It's just started yelling, right? The weirdest thing is, no one left. We all just looked at each other confused as shit, right? And then, so we were just looking at each other like, should we get the fuck out of here? Apparently, he got jumped by a bunch of people. People came, he was a dick to him or whatever, and they beat the shit out of him. It was funny because previously I was like, oh, I want to beat the fuck out of that kid. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, you just could have. You could have. You should have. So it was like some people he knew. It doesn't matter. He got the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
And so I go to get the keys. We're like, we should just leave. This party sucks anyway. It's a shitty party. We go to leave, right? The dad gives me... I'm grabbing the keys because I'm sober. I was like, I'll just drive. I didn't even end up driving. I just got the keys. The dad gives me like a mouth.
The dad was there the entire time?
Yes. He got jumped apparently a little bit like after like or something. Like,
he got jumped at his own house?
His dad got beat up too. The kid got beat up and he got beat up, right?
Holy
so I go to the dad and the dad's like, I need to smell your breath. I like to see if I was been drinking or whatever, right?
No, he's into that.
I was like, well, my breath just stinks. Like, that'll suck for him. I was like, whatever. So I do that and he gives me the keys, right? So I end up leaving, the party's whatever. Come to find out, that guy was like, he wasn't like a district attorney, but he was a major part of like a law system. Yeah. Like he was within the government law system, a very high up, he might have been some district attorney or something huge.
Yeah.
Got fucked because he had to call the police because the guy came. He got fucked because it was a bunch of underage drinking.
Yeah.
And, like, an attorney at law. He's a big district attorney, has a fucking underage drinking at his house. It was on the news. His party was on the news because they're like, this doofus called the police and he had underage drinking. What an idiot.
What an idiot.
Fox News
called the police
Fox
on his
News
own
reports
house.
yeah, he had to call the police. Fox News reports a complete moron. I was like, oh my god, that party sucks.